On n'a jamais mentionné ce problème-là quand j'étais ministre.
That revelation on the French-language talk show Tout le Monde en Parle sparked backlash.
I don't know how he could not have heard about the abuse that was going on in residential schools. So it's, I don't believe it myself personally.
Before he was Prime Minister, Jean Chrétien served as what was then called Indian Affairs Minister from 1968 to 1974. During that time, Chrétien claims no one ever told him about the horrors of residential schools.
I think one of the most moving things I found in the evidence of St. Anne's was a handwritten letter from a teacher.
In 1968, a teacher wrote to Chrétien when he became minister, detailing the mistreatment of children at the former St. Anne's residential school. It's not known if he received or read it.
Imagine if he had read that letter and thought, I should do something. How many children could have been saved?
At the time, there was no support. There was no validation of the suffering.
Delia Opikaku says many residential school survivors like her weren't ready to share their suffering back then.
We were afraid to talk about it. And of course, there was a lot of shame because of the, as victims, people were abused harshly.
C'est sûr que c'est difficile, la vie de pensionnaire. Extrêmement difficile.
In his interview, Chrétien also drew a comparison between his own experience attending boarding school to that of Indigenous children forced to attend residential schools.
Maybe he wasn't listening.
This former Truth and Reconciliation Commissioner worries Chrétien's comments could encourage others to claim they didn't know.
And that really sets us back, and I am concerned about that.
So, Olivia, how is Chrétien reacting to the negative responses he is receiving for his comments?
Well, Adrienne, we reached out to the former Prime Minister. We haven't heard back yet, but during his television appearance on Sunday, he did say terrible things happen and Canada can't rewrite history. Chrétien also has a new book in which he reveals that he advised Queen Elizabeth II not to apologize to Indigenous people in New Zealand. He says if the Queen started to say sorry, she would have to come to Canada and be, quote, on her knees for 2 years.
All right, Olivia Stefanovich in Ottawa. Thank you, Olivia.